Cassidy in Telluride, Colorado. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com, but call me Mo Better, because I'm have you seeing Mo Better and looking Mo Better, and I'm going to show everyone else how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses when I cut your anti-glare lenses for your Oakley 8046. That is the airdrop color 02, the black ink in the 51 eye size. I'm going to take everything out of the original packaging as Oakley sends it to me. Your hard shell Oakley case, your Oakley cleaning cloth / carrying bag. If you don't want to carry the hard case around with you, you can just carry everything around by this, and it also doubles as the cleaning cloth from Oakley. And of course, the star of the show, the main attraction, the airdrop, comes with 2 plastic sleeves on the temples, 1 on each temple, to protect itself from when it's being shipped from Oakley to me. And I'm gonna put them on there when I ship to you. The black ink is just that shiny black with a whitish, is not the silver emblem, it's an off-white Oakley emblem. And again, this is the 8046 color 02 in the 51 eye size, and the 8046 commonly goes by airdrop. So I'm gonna pop out your original demo lenses that you will be receiving, one of which says Oakley. Put your frame into the tracing element of my blocker, but first I want to program the shape into the computer. Your Secret Agent 2422. I'm going to hit the start button. Little stylus is going to pop up, go around, trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy any genuine, authentic Oakley frame that I sell, and you'll receive 1 free pair of clear, single-vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number. So if you have vision insurance, if you submit the receipt that I provide, you will get your out-of-network reimbursement. Now, if you have health savings account flex dollars, you will get a full reimbursement. But my website takes PayPal, which you can use any credit card to use on the website. PayPal does not accept health savings account flex dollars, so if you want to purchase with that, go to the contact me page of the website, call the number up, and you can use your flex card to pay that way. Excuse me. Speaking of which, I am an authorized Oakley dealer, but I've just been told that as a small independent optician, I'm not legally allowed to post pictures of the frames with prices on my website. So go to the Contact Me page, click the email button, let me know what model number, size, and color that you want, and I'll check on price and availability. If you really want to be nice, take a picture of your prescription, tell me your PD and what lenses you want. My house anti-glare, transitions with Crizal anti-glare, Zeiss photo fusion, Zeiss anti-glare, polarized lenses, mirror coatings, transitions extra active with the flash mirror. If you know what you want, let me know. I'll get you an exact price and availability. Yeah, I've been told that only 10 large corporations are allowed to sell Oakleys online, so I play by the rules. I'm going to do what I'm told. So just let me know what you want and I'll make it happen, just like Cassidy did. I'm going to move on to the next screen. It's going to ask for the pupillary distance, which is 32 for each eye. I'm going to tap that button. I do want to raise the optical center height up to 17.5 because you don't look through the center of the lens. So I'm going to raise this up 2.5 millimeters, cut it at 17.5. I'm going to come down here to my lensometer. Your right eye reads minus 175 minus 1 at 108, minus 175 minus 1 at 108. I'm going to turn the axis wheel to 108, 2 degrees away from 10. Put it on 0, make sure we're starting from the correct point. Put it on minus 175. Take the lens out of the protective packet. Put the lens in, rotate it until the spherical component comes into view first. Check your astigmatism correction, that is good. Place 3 dots on your lenses. Uno, dos, 95. And this is the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right, which I can identify with minus 2 1/4, minus 1 1/4 at 80. We turn the axis wheel to 80. Take the lens out of the protective packet, put the power drum on minus 2 1/4. Rotate until the spherical component comes into view first. Check your astigmatism correction. And I'll explain what all that is in just a moment. Put the 3 dots on your lenses. Uno, dos, three. I got it right. And that is the left lens. Now, if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. So this is a block, or as I like to call him, Jenny from the block. After last night's Super Bowl show, she was calling herself Jenny from the block. But I need to attach two double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got them here. The black side is the sticky side. I'm going to place the first one onto the platform, the second one. Now on the back, that silver button is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet. The reason why I put those three dots on there, it tells me that it's oriented in there just perfectly. The blue cross is the geometric center of your frame, but your eye is just above that in inset, so I'm going to get everything lined up just perfectly. And hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right, which will be played by the left lens. Same pupillary distance for the left eye, so it has mirrored the right. Same optical center height. Get everything lined up in there just perfectly. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. Now this is the edger. This is what costs $40,000. It's going to do all the work while I run my mouth. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out, buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter. Then you can cut your own lenses at home, and you won't need this guy with the two thumbs to do it for you. The wheel that's going to do all the work is this diamond crusted wheel. This is going to grind away your lens material from this size down to this size. This wheel in the center, that's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. I'm going to wake up the computer. Job ID number 2422. 2422, or as I like to say, volume 2422 of my 330 million volume series of making a pair of glasses for everyone in America. These are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic or Trivex, I would select that. I'm not going to polish the edge of your lens. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens, but I am going to put one on the rear concave surface of the lens. I'm going to press the block on there firmly, place the magnet. Now the magnet's going to do its job a second time. It's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck, or by now you know I like to call it the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. Hit the start button. Free bad jokes with the purchase of every pair of glasses sold. So the door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced by the two white styluses, making sure that it is large enough to fit into the frame first go around. And then measuring twice, cut once is measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which you should have none, if any, minimal, if any, in this frame. The water that is running in the background is there to catch the optical sawdust. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, meaning that no water sprays onto the lens during the cutting cycle. Now plastic, high index plastic, and Trivex do cut wet, meaning that water sprays on it for the duration. Now water will spray onto your lens, but only for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris that you may see beginning to form on the edge of your lenses. But your lenses are made out of polycarbonate, which is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They're virtually unbreakable. These are high impact ballistics grade lens material. The same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel, from flying debris. It also has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lenses. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that need to be reapplied every few hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun there in Telluride, Colorado. This is permanent and never needs to be reapplied. Your anti-glare coatment is 3 treatments in one. The first treatment is that it reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain. But from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead, fluorescent lights, and such. If you notice your lens is flat, it's just about going to drop down onto the bevel wheel to get the V-shaped bevel put onto the lens. Now the second treatment, it goes by the initials ARC, which stands for anti-reflective coating, so it reduces reflections. Not only when someone's looking at you, so it makes for much better eye contact. They're not looking at their reflection in your glasses, But it also, if you take a selfie, you're less likely to see your phone in your lens. Plus, if someone takes a picture with a flash, you're less likely to see the flash in the lens. Now, the third feature that I like, which is the practical side, it comes with the industry's hardest scratch coating. The machine that applies the anti-glare costs well over $1 million. It takes over 24 hours to vaporize 8 different coatings onto your lens. So because of the time and the expense, because you literally have to have an acid bath in a sterile room in between each vaporized coating. So because of the time and the expense of that, they put the industry's hardest scratch coating on there to protect your time and investment. So out comes a lever. At the end of that lever is a spinning disc of very fine sandpaper that's going to smooth out the back surface of your lens so there's no rough edges left over from the cutting cycle. Now, I'm very skeptical that any portion of this lens will protrude from the back of the frame, but I will show you why I put the safety bevel on the back surface of the lens, regardless whether it protrudes or not. Just after I open this door with my mind. You like that? I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I just got to stare at it for a couple hours and then I can melt it. Alright, I know. If you can think of a funnier joke, write it down on a $100 bill and mail it to me, and I'll read it on the air and give you credit. You don't even have to include your name. I'll recognize your handwriting and make sure you get credit for the joke. So I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corners first. Using my thumbs, I press down at the nose. It snaps right in. We're going to flip that over to L. Place the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, or tonight I'm calling it the Cassidy. Hit the green start button, the door closes, the clamp shuts just like before. The lens will be traced by the 2 white styluses, making sure that it is large enough to fit into the frame. First go around, and you can see as it's tracing the shape of the left lens. And the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. And look at that, Cassidy. You got nothing there. No edge thickness whatsoever. I order the thinner, lighter weight lenses. I make sure the curvature of the lens matches the curvature of the frame. I am a licensed optician. This is a VIP service. I'm not trying to be zenny. There's always somebody racing to the bottom being the cheapest. I am a licensed optician. As far as I know, I'm the only optician on the internet that cuts the glass. I am definitely the only one that shows you what I do. But I answer every email. I answer every phone call. I place every order. I cut every lens. I'm going to do what's known as the final inspection before mailing. I'm going to spin the axis wheel back to 108. Put it in my lensometer above that black dot. Read the power. And I'm getting minus 175, going away from 0 into the reds. The minuses, we have 1, 1 1/4, 150, 175. 1 tick mark away from 2. That's because you are far-sighted. Excuse me, correction. You are nearsighted. Your lenses will minify. With your glasses off, everything is much too large. So that's why your lens will minify to the correct size. Now, once everything is the correct size, which you need 7 steps of correction, you're on the 7th rung of a ladder. Once everything is the correct size, you need another full diopter of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. So you have the minus 175 this way. You have another full diopter minus 1, which is a steeper curve. In addition to 175, you have another 1. It's how we line those 2 curves up to make everything nice and crisp. That right eye we're going to turn to 108. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. We're going to go just past the 90th meridian to about 108. Let's go ahead and check the second curve. And we're getting minus 275. 1 tick mark away from 3 this time. Excuse me. I have a little tickle there. The reason why I got to 275 is that we add 2 like signs together, or using today's terminology, if someone borrowed $1.75 from you and then they borrowed another $1, they would owe you $2.75. That's where at $2.75 in the red. Now your left eye, you need more far-sighted correction. So you have 9 steps of correction for that, and you have another 1 1/4 diopters of astigmatism correction. If all goes well, we'll be at 350. We're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 80. Now this last number could be anywhere from 0 to 180. These first 2 numbers are real values to be concerned with. But again, this number could be anywhere from 0 to 180. This frame, the Oakley 8046 airdrop, It comes in 3 sizes and about 10 colors. All of them, no matter what size and color, sell for $173. My house anti-glare is $44.99, although I'm told there's going to be an increase pretty soon coming up, and it'll be $49.99. But I have absorbed the price increase over the last few years, but I may have to go up $5. But for now, it's $44.99 for a total of $217.99. Now, all my purchases are tax-free currently for the next 2 years because I'm in North Carolina. North Carolina considers eyeglasses a medical device, and there is no tax on medical devices. Now, during a long session of the General Assembly, they do want to raise that. In North Carolina, we actually pay tax now on electricians' labor, on car mechanics. They were about to vote on that here in North Carolina, but they ran out of time. Next year is a short session of the General Assembly. There are no increases during the short session, so it will be 2021 or 22 before I run the challenge of charging for tax. But until then, every purchase is tax-free. So I'm going to tuck this in the outside corner, push down with the nose. It does not want to go in. I'm going to take it down another 1/10 of a millimeter because it is a stronger lens. It's going to need a little bit more coming off. So I'm going to go back to take a 1/10 of a millimeter off. It's going to drop down onto the bevel wheel, not the cutting wheel, but the bevel wheel. I'm going to take a 1/10 of a millimeter off, going around the circumference of the lens. A millimeter, for all my American friends who never learned the metric system, that is a millimeter between my thumbnail. I'm going to take 1/10 of that distance off, going all the way around. And now, I could use heat to heat up the frame. That's going to make the plastic more stretchable, more pliable. But I do what's known as the cold insert. You can ask my wife. If you don't believe me, she'll tell you I do the cold insert. But that's because I pop the lens in while the plastic is cold. If I were to heat it up, it would go in there easier, but it would cause the frame to stretch, or what we in the industry call roll. If you can imagine the bottom of the frame being like a gutter, it would make the thinnest part, which is at the bottom, roll outwards, giving you an ugly cosmetic look, as well as shortening the life of the frame. I am a perfectionist, and you want someone like me who's going to cut every pair of lenses that get shipped worldwide to make sure we do it right the first time. It's a corny saying, but I live by the phrase that the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra at the beginning. I don't mind taking the time to make sure it is perfect. It's not like you live next door and Telluride. Although I wish I did live out there. That'd be great. So I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corner. Push down the nose. It snaps right in. I'm going to go ahead and pop this block off. Pull the sticker away. Add to my sticker collection. Come down here to my lensometer. Put it into 80. Put it in over that black dot. Read the power, and I'm getting -2 1/4, 1 tick mark going away from 2 towards 3. You have 1 1/4 steps of astigmatism correction, and we end up at -350, exactly halfway between 3 and 4. So the PD you have is 32 for each eye for a total of 64. I'm going to turn the card around when I place the PD stick against my thumb. Look on your left lens, we're getting 64 millimeters. The optical center height is 17.5, not to the bottom of the lens, but the middle of the plastic at the deepest portion. And we're getting 17.5. 17.5. In the last part of the final inspection, I want to make sure that, well, when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. Flip them over, press down. There is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, that neither temple is askew. Check the tension on each hinge. If one was tighter than the other, I would loosen it, or if one was loose, I would tighten it so they would be matching. But I send out a selfie request in every package. Cassidy, I would love your selfie for the website. I also send out cleaning instructions, not only for the premium microfiber cleaning cloth that I provide, but for your Oakley cleaning cloth / carrying bag and for your case. So they too will last you for years. Now do me a favor, like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the bell icon and you'll be notified as more frame and lens combinations become available as they get uploaded. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as Free Prescription Lenses, on Twitter as Free RX Lenses. If you have any questions, again, I am an authorized dealer. Just let me know what frame you want, the model number, size, and color. Go to the contact me page of the website, leave me that information. I will follow up with price and availability. You can also leave a question or comment in the comment section below. But Cassidy in Telluride, California, thank you so much for the purchase of the Oakley 8046 Airdrop color 02, the black ink in the 51i size. Again, this frame is actually available in 5 sizes, 51, 53, 55, and 57. The only color not available in the large 57 is the 03 gray, gray smoke. I don't know why they don't have that frame available yet in that size, but all the others are. But thanks again for your purchase, and now everyone else has got a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.